Hi, welcome back to the garden. Let's take a look at what's going on outside, and then we'll look at the seed starts in a minute. So to begin with, the main thing growing out here is the onions. And if we look down in there, you can see some of them are starting to bulb up. It's not huge, but it's definitely bulbing up. These are white onions I think these are the white onions. And these are the yellow onions. The yellow onions don't seem to be bulbing as much. If you kind of look down in there, you can see some of them. They're getting bigger, but not forming bulbs yet. Which is fine, it's so little early. Now over here, I managed to get some dirt filled in on my new raised bed. Most of that dirt is actually what was dug out and piles over there when the septic system was installed. So some of it's heavy clay, but most of it has got a lot of roots and biological matter in there. So hopefully that'll be nice. I'm planning to top dress it with some compost later today. The Twin Oaks landfill, I believe is what it's called, sells compost for $2 for a 1 cubic foot bag. So I'm planning to buy like 15 bags of that today at lunch and fill in the top of that, plus some other raised beds. Now over here, the original intent was this is where I was going to grow some bush beans. My wife beat me to it, and as you can see, the bok choy is coming up. And as you can see, a lot of bok choy seeds were accidentally spilled there. So it's not coming up in an even pattern, because you got big clumps over there and like a whole lot of nothing over here. So, lesson learned, be a little more careful with the bok choy seed next time. And almost nothing else is growing over there, though one of my charred plants, as you can see here, survived the winter and is coming back. It doesn't feel too leathery either, so hopefully that'll get some more greens. I dehydrated so much chard last year, and there's a grass in there, that I really don't have a use for that, so we're just going to grow it and see how it goes. I did clean up this bed. Mostly it's still got grass and a few weeds in it. Cut off the tops of the peppers from last year. Now, I left most of the plant in the ground. These are dead. Just to leave that root system there, so let it compost and break up the soil, because this is really heavy clay soil. And it does have some wood chips on top from mulch. Not too deep, though. It's only got like an 1.5 to 2 inches. So just letting those compost in place. I'm not sure I would mulch again, but it did help the soil quality by letting that wood break down. And this one obviously is nothing but weeds. This is also going to get some of that store-bought mulch on top. And let's go take a look at the old man in the garden. Here is the calamansi tree, and that is actually doing okay. It's coming back up, and my chicken just said hi. So the calamansi survived the winter freeze. A lot of this stuff on top, that's probably dead, but we do have fresh greens coming up. Okay, let's go inside and look at the seeds. So let's look. The tomatoes, these first 2 are tomatoes, are definitely pumping up. I've got purpling leaves on the tomatoes. I don't know what causes that. Or purple on the back of the leaves. And I do periodically rotate these because they're going sideways to reach the sun. So give them a little more direction. My plan is to get these, start hardening them next week. So they'll probably go out for an hour on Sunday, just out on the porch, and then 2 hours Monday, 3 hours Tuesday, etc. Okay, chili laboyos. This set, these have all come up, though it took them a while, so these are not growing very fast. Okay, soil's still a little damp, but could use some more water. Down here we have the Thai chilies, and these are seeds from last year. I literally just took the seeds out of pepper when I was making fried rice for church potluck, and planted them. So hopefully these come out Next one is some more of the chili labios. And these literally have one seed per container. And they did all come up, but they're still small. These seem to grow a whole lot slower than the other peppers. Over here, and this thing labeled bell pepper is actually, the bell pepper seeds didn't come up at all. So I replanted this with Thai chili seeds, and those haven't come up at all either. So I don't know what's going on there. And there is my mustard tree. If you've read your Bible, you've heard the parable of heard the reference to faith like a mustard seed. Sorry. And my wife had to get some mustard seeds for an example teaching kids class at church. So I just decided to plant them afterwards. So that probably needs to get thinned, and I have no idea how to grow mustard seeds, but there they come up. And I mean, they're coming up. You can see that relative to my hand. These are definitely like the top ones about there. So mustard trees definitely get pretty big. So here I am. This is now Zone 9A in Grimes County, Texas, just outside Iola. I'm a bit behind on getting the garden set up, but if you're in a northern area, now's the time to get moving and get your garden started. So do that. Besides, you get to wear a cool hat. Don't mind the sun.